translation directly from the Arabic text. As Alhamdulillah is a student of our Quran class, where we teach the language of the Quran, and inshallah the verses that he will be reciting will be also the translation directly from the text, inshallah.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. لا أقسم بهذا البلد وأنت حل بهذا البلد ووالد وما ولد لقد خلقنا الإنسان في كبد أيحسب أن لن يقدر عليه أحد يقول أهلكت مالا لبدا أيحسب أن لم يره أحد ألم نجعل له عينين ولسانا وشفتين وهديناه النجدين فلاقتحم العقبة وما أدراك ما العقبة فك رقبة أو إطعام في يوم ذي مسغبة يتيما ذا مقربة أو مسكينا ذا متربة ثم كان من الذين آمنوا وتواصوا بالصبر وتواصوا بالمرحمة أولئك أصحاب الميمنة والذين كفروا بآياتنا هم أصحاب المشأمة عليهم نار مؤصدة. In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. I swear by this land, by this city, and you are free to dwell in this city, and the Father and that which was born of him. Certainly we have created man in hardship. Does he think that naught has power over him anyone? He will say, I have squandered wealth in abundance. Does he think that naught sees him anyone? Have not we made for him 2 eyes, and a tongue and 2 lips, and we have shown him the 2 ways. Then not he has attempted the steep path. And what can make you know what the steep path is? It is the freeing of a slave, or feeding in a day of severe hunger, an orphan of close relationship, or a needy person in misery. Then he is of those who believe and enjoin each other to patience and enjoin each other to compassion. Those are the companions of the right hand. And those who disbelieve in our verses, they are the companions of the left hand. Over them will be fire closed in. Sadaqallah.
Jazakallah, Brother Suhaib. I now call upon Janab H. Abdur Sahab, who is the General Secretary for Islamic Foundation Trust and a member of the Central Advisory Council Jamaat Islami, former President Jamaat Islami Tamil Nadu and Pondicherry. I now invite him to come and deliver the welcome address.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Respected Dr. B. Abdur Rahim Sahab, respected Padma Bhushan Janab Musa Raza Sahab, Dr. Habib Muhammad Sahab, Brother Muhammad Sadaq Sahab, Janab P.K. Shabir Ahmad Sahab, Janab Imran Imran Hussain Sahab, and my dear friend Imran Latif Sheikh Sahab, and distinguished guests of the dais, and ladies and gentlemen. It's a great day for us that a book is being released authored by Dr. B. Abdur Rahim Sahab. In the morning, he was giving a lecture in SIT College Arabic department. The topic was wrong approach to learn Arabic. And why Arabic language is not so popular or not being spoken in the subcontinent, and why the methods that have been adopted in India and Pakistan and the subcontinent is not very favorable for learning the language and literature of Arabic. So he's a great innovator. He thinks out of the box, a creative type of learning Arabic. And he went to, he studied, actually he was a student of English literature and language from the Presidency College. And then he went to Al-Azhar to get his PhD and MPhil and PhD. And then he went to so many universities of the world. For example, Durman University, Sudan. And then he was an associate professor and guest professor in so many institutes of Arabic in Germany and USA, and name any name that he has been there. And then he had, when he was there for more than 3 decades in the Islamic University of Medina, he created a new model approach to learn Arabic. And he used almost all the modern techniques. And then he was there in the Arabic language lab and then tried to make Arabic very popular throughout the world. His Arabic books called the Durusul Lughat al-Arabiyya li Ghayri Natiqina Biha, and it's today one of the most important books to learn Arabic. And not only that, the thing that he has been doing was, and also he has written so many keys and then Kitab al-Muallim, how the teachers to teach the Arabic language. And he said that the way that the Arabic madaris of today are teaching Arabic, it is just like a dead language is being taught. And Arabic is a living language, and so it is not a classical language as people are telling, but the living language has to be learned as a living language. And so he has got a lot of innovation. For example, he has written the keys, how to read these Arabic books. And also his keys are published not only in English, but in German, Italian, French, Dutch, Korean, Japanese, Urdu, Tamil, in 8 languages. And also he has written a good book, Europe Speaks Arabic, because Dr. Abdur Rahim Sahib is not only a scholar of Arabic language and English language, but he knows so many European languages, in other the classical language like Hebrew, Latin, Greek, and also French and Germany and all these things. And he has written also books on communicative drills. The most important book in my opinion is book called At-Tibyan. As you know that several people, those who knows only Arabic alphabet, A, I, E, and they don't know the alphabets of Arabic, Ali, Be, Ta. And so when those people who knows only Tamil, the alphabets, want to learn Arabic, want to learn Quran, he created a book called At-Tibyan. And then he said, they should not be taught with alif, be, te and all, but those alphabets which are common to Arabic and in Tamil has to be started. For example, he said same pronunciation and then similar and dissimilar. And so within 2 months, I think those who knows only Arabic, only Tamil, started reading the Quran. For us as students in our childhood, we used to spend about 1 year or 2 years to learn Arabic and Quran. But Alhamdulillah, Dr. Abdur Rahim Sahib has come out with the books At-Tibyan both in Tamil and in English. And friends, his innovation is also one of the books that he has written, which is called I Am Proud to Be a Muslim. He has today, as you know, when we are living in this great country, India, there are a lot of misunderstanding about Muslims. Not only the misunderstanding that that we have got, every Muslim has got four wives, triple talaq, and all these things. And also there is misinformation. Misinformation in the sense in the media and social media, we can go and then say what is the misinformation. But the most important thing is the misrepresentation by the Muslims themselves. And so the book that Abdur Rahim Sahib has written, I Am Proud to Be a Muslim, is a very good compilation. He has compiled about 40 episodes from the Quran and the Hadith, and it came out how Muslims should represent in a decent way, and what they are representing today is not a good thing. And so I think if you go through that one, he has discussed about the status of women, female suicide, removal of the slavery, protection of environment, pay the labor his due, no Arab is superior than non-Arab, and what about the microfinance, Prophet ﷺ giving an act to the people. Smiling is an act of charity and eliminating literacy. I just want to read two of these things. One is about the illiteracy. He says what the Prophet ﷺ did when to eliminate illiteracy. During the Battle of Badr in the second year of Hijrah, 70 people from the enemy side were taken prisoners. And what did Prophet did? He said each and every man who was a prisoner can be relieved. Instead of the ransom, they have to teach 10 people. 10 people who doesn't know how to read and write, they should be made to read and write. And that's how Abdur Rahim Sahib says, it should be observed here that the 10 students to one teacher is an ideal ratio and is bound to result in the students' mastery of the subject they are studying. So he was talking that today when Muslims are very low in the educational field, and so illiteracy has to be removed among the Muslims, and that is the message that Abdur Rahim Sahib is giving. Another important episode that I want to tell you is definition of a mu'min. He said, he quotes a hadith of the Prophet, a Muslim is one from whose tongue and hands people are safe, and a mu'min is one whom people trust with regard to their life and property. And so he is telling his Muslims not only that he prays, he goes to the Hajj, he observes fasting, but he should be not hurt by any person in this world by his tongue and by his hand. So a practical approach, what the Muslim should represent, has been done in these small books. And not only that, he has given about all the references have been given from the authentic source of the Quran and the Hadith. Friends, I just want to relate one thing. Today, Muslims are misrepresenting. Once the great late Izzat Begovic, who was the former president of Bosnia, he went to a big Muslim conference, Islamic conference there in Arab countries. He saw that the conference started about 4.5 hours late. And then when he went to one of the latrines of nearby masjid, it was the most dirty place in the latrine was there. He was asking, how can the Muslims, whom the Quran says that they should pray at an appropriate time, at a fixed time, and they are delaying their conference by 4.5 hours. Time and then punctuality is a part of the Muslim ethos, but unfortunately today Muslims have forgotten the punctuality. And also the cleanliness at half of the Iman. But our latrines, he was complaining about some of these latrines. So today we have to change ourselves. Our image is to be changed by our actions and attitude, and that is the most important thing. So in this one, not Abdur Rahim Sahib is not talking about the fasting or the prayers, but what the attitude of the Muslims should change if they want to represent in this country to be, as Prophet ﷺ said, "Khairun nas man yanfa'un nas." The best among the people are those who are benefiting to the people. So I request that we should read it, reflect it, and repeat them in our daily life. Today we have got another one distinguished personality here, Musa Raza Sahib. And then I was there last month. He was releasing his books about Kashmir. I was there in that meeting, and he's a distinguished scholar. He's a contemporary of Dr. Abdur Rahim Sahib. He also studied in the Presidency College. They were studying together in the same thing. So it is our great fortune that he is also there. Today we have got another gentleman, a very young man, Mr. Sadaq, who is from the Muhammad Sadaq Trust, Chennai. I welcome you all, sir. And also P.K. Shakir Ahmad Sahib, Imran Hussain Sahib, and all the distinguished guests. I don't want to name everybody. I welcome all of you, ladies and gentlemen, for this occasion. And let us pray for the health and happiness of Dr. Abdur Rahim Sahib. And I remember our legendary mentor, Maulana Jamil Ahmad Sahib, in this way, in this occasion, and also Professor Ejaz Ahmad Aslam Sahib, who are the founders of Islamic Foundation Trust, and they were responsible for bringing and associating with Dr. Abdur Rahim Sahib. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless and then forgive Maulana Jamil Ahmad Sahib, and also make our Professor Ejaz Ahmad Aslam Sahib and other trustees. I remember Muhammad Ali Sahib, who was one of the great trustees of this institute was also, I have been remembering that we are all pray for them also for their eternal life and also for the Jannah Allah should grant them. Thank you very much.
Jazakallah, Dr. Abdur Rahim sir. I will now request our chief guest, Padma Bhushan, Janab Musa Raza sir, whose introduction was briefly placed before you. Musa Raza sir is the chairman currently of SIET, South India Educational Trust, which runs 6 educational institutions. He was a student of Madrasa Azam School here in Mount Road, went on to do his graduation in literature in Presidency College, and in 1960 he went on to do his IAS and was selected in the first attempt, and Alhamdulillah after that he went on to pursue his career in IAS, and after his completion he was made the Chief Secretary of Gujarat to the Chief Minister of Gujarat, and then he also served as the Chief Secretary of Jammu and Kashmir, advisor to the Governor of Uttar Pradesh, and in Delhi as Secretary to the Government of India in the Cabinet and also in the Ministry of Steel. Post IAS, he continued to do a lot of community service, as well as he was also appointed in several government agencies. He had been a member of the National Integration Council of India, headed by the Prime Minister of India for several years. Musa Raza Sahab was also nominated as the President's nominee on the Senior Selection Committee of Indira Gandhi Open University, and since 2009 has been on the board of Aligarh Muslim University. There have been a series of his achievements, both in his academic, founder trustee of the India Islamic Cultural Center, New Delhi, and his Director General. He helped set up Padma Bhushan in the Republic Day honors in 2010. He has delivered several lectures in Chicago, at the Nehru Center in London, and in Dubai, Heidelberg, Germany, besides other centers also in India. His recent achievement and award was presented by American Federation of Muslim Indians, which is AFMI. This prestigious award was earlier conferred upon former Prime Minister I.K. Gujral, former Prime Minister V.P. Singh, and this was an award which was recently conferred on him on 27th of October 2019, called the Pride of India. We are truly honored and privileged to have you, sir, in our midst today. And when I first called him on the telephone to invite him for this program, without any reluctance and hesitation, he immediately consented to be the chief guest of this evening's function. And he also told me that he is honored and privileged to be one among the guests here along with Dr. Abdur Rahim sir. And only then I got to know that both of them were contemporaries, studied in the same college and knew each other so well.
That is why I am here.
And that is why maybe he also immediately said yes also. So, Alhamdulillah, both are only about 3 years difference in their age also, and 1933 and 1937. So it's just about 4 years difference. And many things are common between them. Both have done yeoman service for both India and for the foreign countries. We wish them both a long life of happiness, health and glory in the years to come. We are truly privileged to have both of you, sir, in our gathering here, and Islamic Foundation Trust will always remember this as a memorable day for our institution, where 2 bright stalwarts are here to inaugurate and release the book called I Am Proud to Be a Muslim. I now call upon Musa Raza sir. I also welcome my good friend Dr. D.K. Raman, and Dr. D.K. Raman's association with me in particular and our circle of friends is like for the last 5 years. We have been conducting Quran classes for non-Muslims also, and Dr. D.K. Raman has been one of our students of our Quran class, where we conduct Quran classes even for non-Muslims on the first Saturday of every month, in the same venue. So any of you have even non-Muslim friends, you're most welcome to bring them here. On first Saturday in the evening between 6:30 and 8 o'clock, we have Quran classes for non-Muslims, and Mr. D.K. Raman has the honor of not even missing one class so far for the last 5.5 years. He has been most consistent and he will be there in all the Quran classes, whatever we have conducted, right from the last 5.5 years. Maybe he missed one or two, and that also a very genuine reason, and he was not keeping well. Otherwise, whenever our invitation goes to him, he is the first to respond, and he will also give his fine comments during the course of the program, clarify on the views of Islam. We wish him also a long life of happiness, and our association with him has been very beneficial for the last 5 years. We have learned several things from him, he has learned several things from us, and we look forward to his association with us in the years to come. Dr. D.K. Raman Dr. D.K. Raman is the Post Director of Research, Tulane University, USA. He is a visiting professor of Dr. MGR Educational Research Institute, University Madurai, Chennai. He lives in Nungambakam, and he is a good friend of us, and he will never miss wishing us on every event or festival of our lunar year, Ramzan. The first phone call that will come before we even go for Eid Namaz, Dr. D.K. Raman sir's phone, and then even on Bakrid, and then on Miladun Nabi and all other festivals and occasions. The first call that will come in the morning, I know when the phone call comes, it has to be from Dr. D.K. Raman, and rightly so, it will be his phone call. We have a very good association with him. We wish him also a long life of happiness, and we are also very happy and thankful that he is here in our midst to share the thoughts on this particular book. I am proud to be a Muslim. I now invite
one of the distinguished guests here is P.K. Shabir Ahmad Sahab, whose introduction was not made. He is a great friend, old friend of Islamic Foundation Trust, and the friend of our elders.
This book, I am proud to be a Muslim, on the occasion of which this program has been organized. The first book will be released by the chief guest, Janab Musa Raza Sahab, and the recipient of this book will be Dr. B. Abdur Rahim. The second book will be given to Brother Sadak Muhammad Sadak. The third copy will be given to Dr. D.K. Raman. One more book will be given to P.K. Shabir Sahab.
Shabir sir. A lady should come from there. Anybody? Please.
Please come. Thank you, sister.
Imran sir.
One copy also to Brother Imran Hussain sir. Can you just please take a photograph?
Imran sir.
वापस देना लगता है क्या
शबीर साहब आप खड़े हो सकते हैं एक मिनट नहीं ये हमारे ले इमरान
Where? Prejudice.
Sorry for the moderation once again. We'd like to present the shawls to the chief guest of the function. I request General Secretary Janab Abdur sir to present the shawl to Dr. V. Abdur Rahim sir.
सुबह आपके इसका SAT का निकाले नहीं that's all.
Very good. Happy.
I request Dr. KVS Habib Mohammed, Vice Chairman, Islamic Foundation Trust, to give a shawl to Musa Razak sir. I request Aziz Lutfullah sir, Trustee, Islamic Foundation Trust, to place the shawl for Brother Sadak. I request Brother Nasiruddin to come and place the shawl for Dr. Dikaran. Jazakallah khair. I now request Padma Bhushan Awardee Janab Musa Razak sir to deliver his speech.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I'm really proud to be here today. And when Imran Sheikh Saab rang me up and invited, and he told me that a book has been written by my very good friend and college mate. He was 1 year my senior in Presidency College. In 1957 he passed out. I passed out in 1958. So when he said Abdur Rahim Sahab has written a book, I'm proud to be a Muslim. Without hesitation, I immediately agreed because I thought this is a moment when I should remain present here to launch the book, and more than launching the book, I have the occasion of meeting Rahim Sahab. That is a pleasure. Now, I have been an admirer of Rahim Sahab from 1956. How many years ago? 63 years I have been an admirer of Rahim Sahab. You know why? Because he was a linguist. And even at that time, when he was studying in the college in his second year, in English language and literature, he had a very good friend called Father Robinson. You remember Father Robinson? Yes. Yes. Father Robinson was a priest, and Catholic priest, who had studied Latin, Greek and so on. Rahim Sahab used to talk to him, and I have overheard that conversation. He used to talk to him in Latin. Is that right? In Latin language, right? and I have overheard him talking with Rahim in Latin, and this was in 1956. When the results came out in 1957, I went to Poland at his house. You remember? You know, I thought you might have forgotten. 1957, you know, as he says, it's 60 years ago. It's very difficult to remember. I went to call on him to congratulate him and so on. That was 60 years ago. Unfortunately for me, he left Madras immediately thereafter. And I think he went to Egypt, Al-Azhar. He went and studied Arabic. I also studied Arabic in my school and college for 5 years. But my knowledge of Arabic is not as deep as his knowledge. I also did my English language and literature. I also passed out in 1958 with the first class university, first and got 3 gold medals and so on by the grace of Allah. And that record is, by the way, still held by me. Nobody has been able to get that record in English language. But after having studied English language and literature, I shifted over to Persian, Urdu, and Arabic. So my reading for the last several years has been in these 3 languages. Very little in English literature. Whatever English I remember is from those days, 1955 to 1948. That book which he has written, I got only this morning. That's who I got a copy of. I rang up the branch saying that he will be a copy of the book, which I am supposed to launch. Now, I believe that they sent a copy, but I have not received that copy. My gentleman is always there, Mr. Abdur, but confirms that then you didn't get it. Only this morning I got the copy. But even in that brief time that I had, I went over that book. I can't say that I have read that book in depth, but I have read almost all the 40 hadiths and ayahs which he has quoted. Most of them are, of course, well known to a good Muslim, who has studied Islam. I have got 12,000 books in my home, and out of those 12,000 books,
That is underground in the house.
yes,
Just was telling
you have seen
in the
that.
morning. Yeah, I told
Basement also and other books also. Out of that, 7,000 books are on Islam. 7,000. And they cover the whole gamut: Islamic history, Islamic philosophy, Arabic, and everything covering the whole of Islam. A few of his books are also there in my collection, in my library. Now, while glancing through this book, one thing that struck me was that what Islam has done by writing this book is fulfilling one of the orders which Allah has given in the Quran Sharif. Allah has said, "Adaru ila sabili rabbika bil hikmah wal mau'izatil hasanah wa jadalahum billati hiya ahsan." Meaning, invite them. Invite all the world, invite the people of the world to the way of your Lord. The way of your Lord is not only ritual Islam. It is not only prayers and zakat and namaz and so on. Way of your Lord is something which Islam has written in that book. That is the beauty of that book. He has invited all the people till hikmah. Also, it is mau'izatul hasana also. Mau'izatul hasana means goodly discourse. Invite them to the way of your Lord with wisdom and with goodly discourse, beautiful discourse. وَجَعَلَهُمْ بِالَّتِي هِيَ أَحْسَنُ, and discuss with them talk with them, converse with them, dialogue with them, with whatever is it correct and rational. Jadalahum billati ya ahsan. Am I right, Rahim? My translation is right? Yes. Thank you. So Jadalahum billati ya ahsan. Whatever is good, whatever is ahsan, with that ahsan, with good, you discuss, dialogue, rationally talk to them, those who are not yet on the road to your Lord. Now, this book, I was very impressed even with my short glancing through. I had a very heavy day today because I had the meetings in my office also, my morning also. I had a lot of paper, a lot of telephone calls. I had to dispose of very important issues today because we are expecting to have the National Accreditation Council's visit next month. You must have heard about it when you came yesterday to the college. And we are trying to refurbish our college and bring it up to the highest standard. I have told my professors that last time we stood number 2 in the Tamil Nadu state. Now this year I said that we should stand first, number 1. That is the target I have given to them, that the JBAS college, the SIT college, should be number 1 college in Tamil Nadu, inshallah, this year. And I request all of you to pray for that achievement, because that will be a great thing for the community, for society, that a Muslim college has stood number 1 in Tamil Nadu. Now, coming back to the book which has been written by Rahim, and he has done a lot of research work. I mean, it is not just an off-the-cuff book. It has not been written in one go. He has selected the 40 best ahadith and 40 best ayah of Quran, whatever Allah has said, and he has spelled them out. There are about thousands of such ayats in the Quran, but out of that to select 40, a very difficult job, very difficult task. But these 40 which he has selected are all Mau'izatul Hasana, what Quran calls Mau'izatul Hasana. So they are the goodly discourse, they are the discourse with which you can invite people. Allahu ila sabili rabbik. So the way of your Lord you can invite by utilizing those 40 ahadith and the various ayat which are contained in that book. Now, what are those 40 ayats? 2 of them has been recited by I think Rahim Sahib gave the example. You gave the example.
Even the Khirat which was recited.
I see. I was not here at that time. So, I am a very deep student of Quran Sharif and Hadith also. I have got 10 volumes of concordance of Hadith with me, 26 concordance. I have also got Hanna Kas's concordance of the Quran. Now, this is a tragedy, great tragedy. Your next task I am laying before you. Write a concordance for the Quran like Hanna Kas's. Why I am saying Hanna Kas's? Hanna Kas's was a Christian, and Fuad Abdul Baqi was a Muslim. Now, Fuad Abdul Baqi also has written a concordance. Concordance means all the words of the Quran are contained in that one book, and if you know the word, you look up the word and it gives the ayat number and surah number and so on. Now, Fuad Abdul Baqi's Mufaharas, that is the concordance, can be useful only to a person who knows Arabic. If you don't know Arabic, you will not be able to utilize that book because that book is based on the master principle. You have to first find out the triliteral or quadrilateral root of a word, and then only you will be able to go and have a look at the of that book and find out which is the ayat which you are looking for. Whereas Anna Kasis had written a concordance in English, and it is a fantastic book, very fantastic book, because in that book, in the concordance to the Quran by Anna Kasis, what he has done is he has taken the roots of all the Arabic words and put them in a serial order, and under each root what are all the derivatives. This is fantastic. And then at the end of the book, the English version will be given. For example, if you take the word for woman in Quran Sharif, if you go for Nisa, should we stop?
No. Phone. Ringtone.
Can we stop? So, if you look up the word for woman, Nisa, under that word Nisa, all the possible combinations of the word woman are found there. For example, a divorced woman in Arabic is known as mutalliqa. It is there below that, mutalliqa.
Nisa.
Huh?
Nisa.
Just under Nisa. Just under woman.
Yes.
You look at woman.
Yes.
And woman, first he will give Nisa, Imrat, Hamila, Mutalliqa, all those 10 or 12. Huh? Momina, everything is there below that. So, what you have to do simply is that you want to know a divorced woman, Mutalliqa, you go into the main book and look up Mutalliqa and find out what Quran says about a divorced woman. No, I consider that is a great service to Islam that Anna Kasis has done. I am requesting Rahim that he will devote his next project to preparing a simple concordance, not like what Abdur which is very difficult to follow for a non-Arabic knowing person, only Arabic knowing person. I don't know whether there is any concordance in Urdu or any other language in Quran. Is there any? It is not to your knowledge, nobody else will have any knowledge. So, I have not come across a concordance to the Quran. Now, apart from this book which he has written, why I am proud to be a Muslim. And after reading those 40 authors, I feel that I am proud to be a Muslim also. because what you have produced are the real essence of real essence of Hadith and Quran. What Ruby wrote many years ago, Manze Pura Magzra Bardashtam. You have taken the Magz of the Quran and you have given it only 40 ayats. What is the essence of Quran, which can be used to invite people to the way of the Lord. Unfortunately, in our mosques, most of the khutbahs that are given are only on rituals. You know, how to perform prayer, how to perform wudu, how to perform. I remember that when I was Chief Secretary in Jammu and Kashmir, and as you know, Kashmir is a state which has no dearth of water, because there are so many rivers flowing through it, and there are so many lakes and so on. Wonderful, plenty of water, no problem about water there. When I went to perform my Jummah prayer there, I discovered that the Khatib Sahib, he gave 3 khutbahs on tayammum. In a place where there is so much of water, he talked about tayammum. So, most of our Khatibs, unfortunately, only talk like that. So, we talk about issues which are not relevant to community. What Rahim Sahib has done in the book is, he has culled out what is relevant, absolutely. What is needed in everyday life. So therefore, I am really once again happy and proud to be here, to have launched that book, to have congratulated Rahim Saab for a wonderful service which you have done, and I am making one last request. I don't know, Rahim Saab, whether you are holding the copyright for this book or somebody else is, because if you are holding the copyright, I would like to request you, if you can give us permission. I have got, I'm the chairman of the Islamic Research Academy of no? CHENNAI. SIT has got a
Big library also, I was told in the morning, the big library.
Yeah, big library, everything beautiful. Now, I would like to publish maybe a couple of thousand copies of your book and distribute it free to all the people concerned. I don't know, are you holding the copyright or somebody else?
We are publishing it, IFT is publishing it here. We can publish and give it to you. The cost rate or anything, whatever you say.
No, I don't want any, I will do it at the cost of the academy.
The cost we will print and give it to you under your name.
No, I don't want name, I want his name only.
Yes, we are, we are printing, sir. We are in.
You can just tell us the number you need and we will.
do it. This is we are printing it here.
What is the price of this? You mean you will give it to me free?
No, I don't need to say.
So why do you want to then print? I will print it myself.
Okay, you can discuss later.
Huh?
Discuss later.
Pardon?
Discuss afterwards.
Yeah, okay.
I don't understand what he's
No,
saying.
they are printing in large quantity.
How many
Cost
quantities
may
are
be the
there?
very cheaper for
We have not
the
decided
ISP.
now, we'll discuss that
We will
afterwards.
discuss later.
Okay, okay, we will discuss it, please.
This is under UK Islamic.
That is a different thing.
That's why I wanted to know from him whether it is.
Correct. Under the UK. I got a book and yes, it's
Let him continue his speech, let him continue his speech.
Yeah, if you have got the right, this thing, please give it to my, it to be published in the name of the Islamic Research Academy,
Okay.
our institution. Now, sign your copy. So, this book requires to be given to all our khatibs. Our khatibs, many years ago, almost 30 years ago, I wrote a lecture, piece of lecture called The Role of the Mosque in Islam. I still have got a copy. I wrote that in English. I translated that into Urdu also, but unfortunately it is lost. I don't have a Urdu copy. I don't have my copy there. Sure. Thank you. So, I was not the chairman of SIT at that time. I came to Madras, and in the SIT lecture hall at that time, I called a meeting of all the imams of the mosques and khatibs of the mosque here. I don't know whether you remember this. This was in 1997 or 98. And in that book, that essay on the role of the mosque in Islam, I did a lot of research and brought out two or three important points. That the mosque was never in Islam a place only for prayer. Of course, prayer was there. You had to perform the prayer, you had to do, but it was a community center right from the beginning. From the days of the Prophet itself, the mosque was a community center. All activities of the community were carried on in the mosque. For example, when guests came from outside, they came and stayed in the mosque. Am I right? They were put up in the mosque. And even the dancers, the Ethiopian dancers, you have produced this in your book. The Ethiopian dancers also came and danced in the mosque, and Hazrat Aisha saw this dance standing behind the Prophet and over his shoulder. You remember this hadith?
Yes.
You have reproduced this hadith.
Yes, yes.
It was some entertainment provided
Yeah.
on the Eid day.
Correct.
Hazrat Abu Bakr objected.
With the approval of the Prophet. That was in the mosque. You see? What I am saying is that the mosque was not considered to be an exclusive, non-pluralistic place. It was a place where everybody used to come and, according to the first biography of the Prophet, Ibn Ishaq's book, he mentions the event where 60 Christians came from Najran for negotiations with the Prophet for peace. Now he put them up inside the mosque. They stayed in the prangan of the mosque, in the courtyard of the mosque. They stayed there. Now this is a story which other people are challenging. Some of the people who do not want to accept that the mosque is a community center. The Prophet permitted these people. Right, sir? Am I right?
Yes.
He permitted these people to perform their mosque on a Sunday. Is that so? There you are. So Rahim Sahib is authenticating this. That he allowed the Christians, 60 Christians, to perform their Sunday mass in the masjid. Now this is the example which my Prophet has set up for me. And I was talking to my wife this morning. What a man he was. He was a human being, but he was a superhuman being. Even the minute, there is a hadith which Rahim Sahib has quoted in this book. One day, this is quoted by Aisha. Aisha says that when she was thin and young,
Competition.
Running race.
He indulged in a running race with his wife, and in the first race she won. Then after some years, when she had become a little heavyweight, again the Prophet said, "Come on, let us run." And he had a race with his wife, and this time Prophet won. Then he turned to his wife and he said, "Look, this is my revenge for having defeated me last time." Look at that man. Today, can you imagine any khatib or mullah or imam indulging in an activity like that? Running a race with his wife? You can't. Because they have all become dry as dust people. They are not people like the Prophet, who was a living man, a man who was full-blooded, a man who believed in life, who believed in being a part of the community, who believed in giving leadership to the community, and a man who was never afraid, even after the Battle of Kawar, when he was himself wounded, heavily wounded with his steel hood which had gone into his head, and they were going away, the Abu Sufyan and the Quraysh army. He did not retreat and come back to Medina. He said, "Come on, if we go back to Medina, then they will say that we got defeated. The enemy's morale will go up. So let us follow them, pursue them." A man who was wounded and in dire states did not give up, and he followed them for how many? 2 days, 3 days?
Hamra al-Asad is place.
Pardon?
Hamra al-Asad.
In Hamra al-Asad. Up to that point, he
Yes.
was
60 miles from Medina.
Imagine.
Approximately 60 miles from Medina.
Imagine this man who is a wounded person and in dire states, and his army was said to be defeated actually, yet he did not accept defeat. So there is a lesson for all of us in that. Today we are passing through a very serious situation in the community, all over the world, and specifically in India. We have got lots of challenges before us. So let us not give up hope. let us not accept defeat, let us not believe that we are finished, we are down, and so on. Let us stand firm behind our Prophet and continue to follow his precepts, his teachings, and ensure a complete moral victory. Even if we may not be able to have a physical victory, we will have a moral victory by standing firm in our faith, by standing firm in what he has taught us. Rahim, I thank you very much for having written that book, and that book deserves to be translated. And please let me have your permission. I will write to you also. Thank you very much. And
Translate Tamil and
you have.
IFT.
He's doing it in Tamil.
Tamil translation.
various languages में translate करने के
करना है माशाअल्लाह थैंक यू
Jazakallah, Janab Musa Raza sir, for your enlightening lecture and sharing your views and your experiences before us. This book, as he rightly said, is not only to make a Muslim proud, but every human being proud. And if every human being were to follow the teachings and the precepts, particularly the essence of the Quran and the Hadith which have been picked up by our guest of honor, Dr. Abdur sir, I'm sure every human being will feel proud to be a human being first. And Muslims will take the lead in becoming role models for others, inshallah. I request Brother Sadak to say a few words.
Thank you. All praise to the Almighty Allah. Assalamu alaikum. Respected dignitaries, respected chief guest, I thank the Islamic Foundation Trust for inviting me. This very important occasion of this book release, and I am proud to be a Muslim. I think this is a very appropriate timing in today's world where all the Muslims, including me, who sometimes hide the identity whenever there's a very adverse incident happens in this world, afraid of getting a backlash, finger pointing, we are so afraid to expose ourselves as a Muslim. So it's a very big challenge. I think this challenge is because we are not aware of the teaching of Holy Quran and Hadith. As rightly said by Rakib Sahib and Janab Musa Raza Sahib, that unless in other ways we understand the real wordings of our beloved Prophet, the Quran, we can never stand straight with a pride to say that I am a Muslim. I like to say a small incident what happened when I was studying in New York. The September 11th incident happened. A lot of my Muslim friends, including me, we were even scared to say that we are Muslim. We were blended among the fellow Indians. So we want to be identified as Indians rather than a Muslim. So this is because I and my fellow friends, Muslim friends, we were not aware of the teaching of the real Hadith and the Quran. I think this book, which contains the snippets of the entire humanity of how a Muslim should be conducted himself, what to follow, what not to follow, and this is the right timing in this today's situation. And this pocket-sized book is very useful, where we can take it with you wherever you go. So, inshallah, I pray for all the success for Islamic Foundation Trust to come with more publications like this. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.
Jazakallah, brother Sadat. Jazakallah for your best wishes which you have conveyed to Islamic Foundation Trust. We'd like to just hand over some gifts before you go. Brother Sadat, before you go, we'd like to share some gifts also with you.
I'm going to meet him on the 7th.
He's in the Yeah, I'm ready to cover. I also met him in Hindu Enthusing. I see a conductor in Taj.
Rahim sir.
Thank you.
I request General Secretary Janab Abdur sir to hand over this gift to Brother Sadat. And one gift to Brother Imran Hussain. Brother Imran Hussain also.
Thank you very much, Imran bhai.
Jazakallah khair.
Accepted.
Two Imrans. Imran to Imran.
Imran to Imran.
Imran to Imran.
And
That's
one
all nice.
gift to Janab Abdur Rahim sir.
Imran, thank you for your wish. Allah bless you. And yes.
Thank you very much.
Nice to have met you, sir. Keep coming.
These are coming, right? Coming.
Yes.
I'd like to give one gift to Janab Musa Raza sir.
Thank you.
And this gift to Dr. K. And one gift to Janab P.K. Shabir sir. Dr. K. Tafimina. Jazakallah. We'd like to have the book reviews, each of maximum 10 minutes, by 3 speakers. First, I call upon Dr. Tika Raman sir to come forth and give his views on this book. I'm proud to be a Muslim.
Good evening. I'm really honored. I think with a great pleasure to stand before you and address this August gathering. Dear sir, before start analyzing the contents of the book, I would like to give a short profile about myself, my involvement in this particular Muslim academy. Well, I born as a Hindu and had my education in Catholic institutions, and then after my retirement, Nazarbar, the person who has inducted me in this particular group. Ever since they started Quran discourses, I have been attending for the past many months, except the last one which I have missed it.
Last 5 years, sir.
All 5 years continuously in spite of my busy schedule. I am a retired professor in University of Madras and then Dean of Dr. MGR Research Institute. Why I say that? My analysis of this book on the research. This is what. So I wanted to stand myself whether I am competent enough to go through the details of the book. I read a little. Ladies and gentlemen, if there is anything which I spell it out or knowing unknowingly, please pardon me. Now, what is this book? Before that, let me have my adoration, prayers, my wishes, and goodness to the Padma Bhushan Musa Rasa sir. It's a very great honor. I will be sitting next to you. I thought that is Allah gave me that kind of. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. And this morning again, I read it. Then he was the chief secretary. It's a very great thing. I thought that I have to keep this book, studying it again and again and again and again. I read it more than 4 or 5 times. Okay, in spite of that, the thing, he has done it, my God. It's extraordinarily. And I'll speak about that. 10 minutes. Okay, take 15 minutes. Next one is Muhammad Sadaq, just was getting young and energetic personality. And I really get thankful to sit along with them. And then the great personality is silently sitting and then watching it. This is about me and about my position and why I've been invited. Sir, is it a trap for me? Sir,
Never been, sir.
never been a trap. In that case, I'm very, very happy. Because Hindu addressing the audience very well, I have never seen in Quranic discourses, well matured our studies. I really appreciate when I go home, then when I talk to my family members, today was the day in which the Almighty has given me the opportunity to address the great gathering. Thank you very much. Okay. Being a research scientist, at present I am the dean of Dr. MGR, working in biotechnology department for the past 15 years after retirement. I retired from Madras. This is the gathering I used to address and then interact with the people when I come for Quranic discourses and raise questions to many people. Because when you interact with the people, then you must know what is what. Instead of going monologue, it should be always a dialogue. Okay, sir. When I start reading the book, okay, before that, I opened the net, Google, and watched it. What should I speak, what I should not speak, when I am just reviewing and addressing the audience. There are 3 things. One is about introduction. The introduction is perfect in this book. I'll come to that point. Next one is the body. And third one is the conclusion. Okay, while you write the introduction, what is the concept you propose? In view of that, that has made me to write this book. That is the end of the introduction. Then body. He has chosen 40 topics. Gem. Then I made it a big garden. I really appreciate. And then the topics which he has selected is almost all. I made an analysis, total analysis. There are 40 topics. We will be having the book later. And what are the topics concerned on science? What are the topics concerned on health? What are the topics concerned on social aspects? What are the topics that one should live on health ground and also to go along with the neighbors? That's a very, 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 very important. And then also the publisher's note are gone through completely. Then that the publisher says, in view of lack of personality to speak about Quran and then the Islam, and then we have been searching personality. As a result of that, he has landed in writing this particular book entitled, I am proud to be a Muslim. Okay, the first one which I'd like to have my emphasis is about for what sin was she killed. This is a social matter one has to have. In Arab countries, in good olden days, they used to bury the live females, female infanticide, we call it. Brutal. That he has changed. This is not allowed. This is one of the social. Then the other thing in that he says, prior to the day of resurrection, that was going to be a total catastrophe. My dear friends, I would like to tell you that I belong to basic science. Okay, about 3 years ago I was awarded Lifetime Achievement Award in Science by a Mammal University. I gave a talk on global warming. And this he says in this book that it's going to be a total devastation. That means 2040, you know that one, because of the global warming, the temperature is increasing it, arms are melting out, there is no way except the rise of the water, the carbon emission, greenhouse effect. That is one way. And the another side, black hole effect. That means sun is going to be have the impact on the mother planet. That means after some years, after within years afterwards, there are going to be a black hole effect. Black hole effect means the sense in the sun and middle portion of that will suck. As a result of that, all trees, all animals are going to be disintegrated. This aspect is one which is scientifically has been proven, that is being mentioned in this. So what is going to happen in future? For example, in 2040, people have predicted there is no going to be a Bangladesh. It's going to be some state. The New York is also going to be some state. Bombay is completely washed out. So Arabic or Arabian Sea and the areas. That means global warming. It speaks about the global warming, black hole effect, the environmental degradation. And another thing, the health point. The health point, the one is that you clean your teeth daily, and then come. Here, the infection, bacteria, viruses, through this, it goes down, then in the stomach, intestine, and then comes the bloodstream, and then there is an individual. That is another aspect which I am very much know. So one is the pollution, environmental degradation, and then another one is female infecticides. And then the another one is the ruling of Arabs or non-Arabs. That is the another aspect in which he is. I discussed that one in the book. There should not be any domination. Above all that, there is another chapter in this book. He has written very boldly that in this Quran, there should not be any domination of one religion on the other religion. That's a great. Today, you know, I don't want to go further in details of these aspects. Then, the another one is equality. All should be treated equally. No one is superior, no one is inferior. And then justice. That's a big question today. And this book says that whatever you attempt, whatever you do, that should be a justification. And then the charity. Smiling itself is a big charity, that's what he said. Only the human being is endowed with this kind of characteristic features, smiling. Animals don't smile at all. And then a social manner, how you should dress up when you come to a social gathering neatly, and also in the mosque. Without applying proper oil and coming that, he said that it's not allowed. And loving your neighbors. Are we loving our neighbors? Another aspect. Like that, keeps on telling it. Coming to the health point, he says that glutonomy, that means when you eat 1/3. You leave 1/3 for other things, leave the space for that, you live very long. So my dear friends, the time that is being given is 10 minutes. There are so many aspects in which in this. Above all that, the touch is golden. The letters are golden. When they gave this book, I touched it. I could see that what's called the golden touch. I recommend being a research scholar. I have a number of PhD candidates. They got the degree in University of Madras and also in Dr. MGR. At the end, this is something new to me in my life. I've been addressing the audience on research aspects. So what I would say is Muslim and also all the non-Muslim friends, please kindly go through the book. There are informations which you might not have heard about it. When you read it once, you can think it is nothing. I have read. Do it again and again. Then you get what's called the soup, the primordial soup. The primordial soup means, in the sense, the soup that is being formed originally in the beginning of the universe. So, as C. N. Annadurai, farmer, west of Tamil Nadu, when he was addressing a big gathering, the birthday of a Muslim Pandit. Yes, yes, correct. I forgot his name, Maharashtra. Then he said that this is there in the YouTube. I saw the day of yesterday also. He says that Islam is not a religion. It is a scientific total documentation how a person should lead their life. I am not, please kindly go home and then switch on that, the net, then go to YouTube. This is the word he said. Winston Churchill also said it, but in a different way. People misunderstood this. Real Islam is this stuff. So, non-Muslim friends, those who have come here, please kindly go through at least once. I enjoyed it. I tested it. I want the others also to taste it. So, these viewers, my dear friends, and my Muslim friends, non-Muslim friends, those who have come here, and then watching and hearing my lecture about the spirit, it in a very most pleasant way. I take this opportunity to thank the organization, the persons involved in this, and also giving me a wonderful opportunity to address this August gathering. Thank you very much. God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Dr. Tika Raman, sir. We look forward to your association with Islamic Foundation Trust also in the years to come. In a nutshell, he said, the taste of the pudding is in its eating. So that's what it meant. The taste of the pudding is in its eating. So however the book we may speak a lot, ultimately when we go through it and practice is when we will be able to get the real taste of it and we will really enjoy it. I now request Sister Rabia Yunus to come forward and give her views on this book.
बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम रबिशरी सदरी वयस्सरली अमरी वहुलुल उक़दतम मिन लिसानी यफ़क़हू तमाम तारीफ अल्लाह सुब्हानहू व तआला के लिए जो खालिक मालिक और परवरदिगार है। दरूद और सलाम हमारे नबी सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम के ऊपर, उनके सहाबों पे, उनके घर के लोगों पे और हम सब पे हो। डिस्टिंग्विश्ड गेस्ट से बैठे हुए सारे गेस्टों को, सारे भाइयों और बहनों को अस्सलाम वालेकुम रहमतुल्लाहि व बरकातहू। बहुत सी किताबें ऐसी होती हैं जिन्हें इंतखाब हमें करते हैं, लेकिन चंद किताबें ऐसी होती हैं शायद हमें मुंतखाब करते हैं। उन्हीं चंद किताबों में से ऐसी एक किताब है आई एम प्राउड टू बी ए मुस्लिम। पब्लिशर नोट में जनाब इकबाल अहमद अजीम साहब ने कहते हैं कि अक्सर मुसलमान शर्मिंदा महसूस करते हैं जिस तरीके से मीडिया में इस्लाम को दिखाया जाता है। वो कहते हैं कि ये 40 अनमोल रत्न छोटे छोटे से चैप्टर अच्छी तरीके से इस्लाम को पेश कर सकते हैं और कहते हैं कि इन 40 अनमोल रत्न चैप्टरों को हम आराम से सोशल मीडिया में शेयर कर सकते हैं और घरों में यादगारानी तौर पे हम इसको पढ़ सकते हैं और अपनी गैदरिंग में महफिलों में इसको पेश कर सकते हैं। डॉक्टर बी अब्दुर रहीम साहब कहते हैं चंद इस्लाम के वैल्यूज को हम हाईलाइट नहीं करते, उन्हें हाईलाइट करने की ही नहीं बल्कि इस तरीके से उसे पेश करने की भी जरूरत है ताकि न्यू जनरेशन एक्सेप्ट करे और उन्हें उनसे अट्रैक्ट भी हो। ये ऐसी किताब है जो आपको बेसुमार मुख्तलिफ कैफियत से गुजारती है। इसको पढ़ते हुए आप महसूस करेंगे कि कभी आप मक्का के मैदानों में हैं और कभी आप महसूस करेंगे कि इंडिया की प्रेजेंट प्रॉब्लम्स के सलूशन पढ़ रहे हैं। अब मैं आपको इस किताब के चंद चैप्टर से वाकिफ कराना चाहूंगी। डॉक्टर साहब अपने फर्स्ट चैप्टर में ऐसी एक प्रॉब्लम का जिक्र करते हैं जो उस टाइम के अरब के टाइम पे ही नहीं बल्कि आज का भी एक प्रॉब्लम है, जिसका टाइटल दिया गया था फॉर व्हाट सिन वाज शी किल्ड। प्रॉब्लम ही नहीं बल्कि इसका सॉल्यूशन और रीजन, इसको औरतों को बच्चों को मारने का रीजन भी इसमें बताया गया है। इस दौर की और एक प्रॉब्लम जो है प्रोडक्शन ऑफ एनवायरनमेंट, इसको बहुत ही बेहतरीन तरीके से डॉक्टर साहब ने इसमें लिखा हुआ है और नबी किस तरीके से इसका पौधों को उगाने की जरूरत के लिए लोगों को बताते हैं, उसकी भी यहाँ पे इस किताब में जो है बहुत ही बेहतरीन तरीके से जो है लिखा गया है और समझाया गया है। और एक टॉपिक जो है जस्टिस अदल की टॉपिक, इसमें डॉक्टर साहब कहते हैं कि हार्वर्ड लॉ स्कूल के ये जो है एक मोस्ट प्रेस्टिजियस इंस्टीट्यूट है, इसके फैकल्टी लाइब्रेरी एंट्रेंस के उस पे वहां पे सूरा अल-निसा वर्स नंबर 135 को जो है दाग दिया गया है, यानी कि लटका दिया गया है, यानी कि वहां पे रखा हुआ है। इसका अहमियत वो बताते हैं वहां पे। और एक टॉपिक में डॉक्टर साहब कहते हैं आई स्वेयर बाय द पेन, कसम कलम पे। इस टॉपिक में डॉक्टर साहब पढ़ने और लिखने का अहमियत बताते हैं। कहते हैं कि फर्स्ट आयत जो नाजिल हुई है वो है, हम सबको पता है कि वो है पढ़ने के लिए है। तो इसके साथ साथ अल्लाह सुब्हानहू व तआला जो है कसम खाते हैं कलम पे, तो ये भी जो है पढ़ने लिखने पे इम्पोर्टेंस दिखाया जाता है। तो जो अब हमारा प्रॉब्लम है, जो मुसलमान लोग पढ़ते नहीं लिखते, इसके लिए यहाँ पे सोल्यूशन बता रहे हैं। इस्लाम टीचेस सोशल मैनर्स। एक गैदरिंग हो, महफिल हो, तो लोग किस तरह से जो है बैठ के दोनों अलग से बातें किस तरह से ना करें, तीसरे को जो फील ना करें, इस तरह से हमें जो मैनर्स सिखाते हुए एक टॉपिक बताया गया है। और एक टॉपिक जो है वाज ही नॉट ए ह्यूमन बीइंग। इस्लाम हर इंसान को जो है रेस्पेक्ट करता है, तो वो दूसरा रिलीजन भी हो, कैस्ट भी हो, कलर भी हो, तो रेस्पेक्ट करता है। उस तौर पे यहाँ पे रसूल सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम जो है उनके सहाबों को सिखाते, तो इसका मतलब हमें भी जो है हमें भी ये सीखने के लिए यहाँ पे डॉक्टर साहब इस टॉपिक को हमें यहाँ पे दे गए हैं। एलिमिनेटिंग लिटरेसी और एक टॉपिक है जहाँ पे जो है खत्म करना है लिटरेसी रेट को, जो है इसमें ये बेहतरीन मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगा क्योंकि बच्चों से मेरा ज्यादा लगता है। तो इसमें जो है रेशियो भी बताया गया कि 10 स्टूडेंट्स को जो है एक टीचर होना चाहिए जो सिखाने के लिए बेहतरीन तरीके से। तो ये जो है लिटरेसी रेट को हम कम कर सकते हैं, इस टॉपिक में भी ये जो है इस टॉपिक में दिया गया है। और अक्सर हम कहते हैं कि इस्लाम जो है एक रूखा सा दीन है, आप लोगों का नो एंटरटेन रहता है, ना ही कोई एंटरटेन होता है, कुछ नहीं होता। उस टॉपिक के लिए जो नो फ्रॉनिंग अपॉन एंटरटेनमेंट एक टॉपिक दिया गया, एंटरटेनमेंट एक टॉपिक दिया गया है। कहते हैं कि आप इस्लाम के टीचिंग्स के अंदर रहते हुए एंटरटेनमेंट भी एंजॉय भी कर सकते हैं। जिस तरह से वहां पे मार्शल आर्ट्स के लिए अबेसिनिया से जो आते हैं, तो उनको अपनी बीवियों को दिखाने के लिए नबी दिखाते हैं और साथ में जो है अपनी बीवियों के साथ रेस भी लगाते हैं। ये जो पॉइंट्स वहां पे बताए गए हैं, तो हमें जो है इस किताब से बहुत ज्यादा, इसमें तो बहुत सारे 40 टॉप चैप्टर्स है, तो सारे तो नहीं ले सकते। तो इसमें बहुत सारे हमें सीखने के लिए बहुत सारी चीजें हैं। जिस तरह से जनाब इकबाल अहमद साहब कहते हैं कि ये किताब हमें घर में पढ़ना है, इसका मतलब ये है कि हम यादगार में पढ़ेंगे तो अमल भी जरूर करेंगे। इस किताब का मेन मकसद ही होगा कि हमें जो है पढ़ना और साथ साथ जो है हमें अमल में भी लाना है। जिस तरह से डॉक्टर साहब कहते हैं हाईलाइट द इम्पोर्टेंट वैल्यूज, हमारे इस्लामिक वैल्यू जो हाईलाइट करना है, तो अमल में लाएंगे तो इंशाल्लाह हम इनको हाईलाइट कर पाएंगे। जज़ाकल्लाह खैर। अस्सलाम वालेकुम रहमतुल्लाहि व बरकातुहू।
जिन्होंने जो है इसके नुकात आपके सामने पेश किया। Now I call upon Dr. K.V.S. Khabib Mohammed, Vice Chairman IF.
Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. والصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين سيدنا محمد وآله وصحبه أجمعين إلى يوم الدين. இஸ்லாமிக் ஃபவுண்டேஷன் ட்ரஸ்ட் சார்பில் நடைபெறுகிற இந்த நூல் வெளியீட்டு விழாவினுடைய தலைவர் அவர்களே, நூலாசிரியர் டாக்டர் அப்துர் ரஹீம் அவர்களே, பத்மபூஷன் ஜனாப் மூசா அஸ்ஸா அவர்களே, நூலை ஆய்ந்து பேசிய டாக்டர் டிகாராமன் அவர்களே, ஜனாப் அப்துல் ரஹீம் சாஹிப் அவர்களே, இம்ரான் நசீப் அவர்களே, இங்கே குழுமி இருக்கிற பெரியவர்கள் தாய்மார்களே, உங்கள் அனைவருக்கும் அஸ்ஸலாமு அலைக்கும் வரஹ்மத்துல்லாஹி வபரகாத்துஹு. நான் முஸ்லிமாக இருப்பதில் பெருமைப்படுகிறேன் என்ற இந்த நூலை பற்றி பேசுவதில் நான் பெருமைப்படுகிறேன். ஏனென்றால் இது ஒரு பெருமைப்படத்தக்க ஒரு நூல். 40 தலைப்புகளில் இஸ்லாத்தினுடைய பல்வேறு கோட்பாடுகளை முதுபெரும் அறிஞரும் இஸ்லாத்தில் ஊறி திளைத்தவருமான ஒரு பெரியவர் அவர்கள் நமக்கு தந்திருக்கிறார். முத்துக்களை தேர்ந்தெடுப்பது போன்று தேர்ந்தெடுத்து வந்திருக்கிறார். கடலிலே முத்துக்கள் இருக்கிறது, எல்லோரும் போய் முத்துக்களை எடுக்க முடியாது. அதற்கான தகுதியானவர்கள், பயிற்சி பெற்றவர்கள் தான் முத்துக்களை எடுக்க முடியும். அது அப்படிப்பட்ட தகுதியானவர் இந்த நூலை தொகுத்து கொடுத்திருக்கிறார். எளிமையாக தொகுத்திருக்கிறார், சுருக்கமாக தொகுத்திருக்கிறார். அதான் முக்கியமான விஷயம். Brevity is the soul of wit என்று சொல்வார்கள், ஷேக்ஸ்பியருடைய கருத்து. ஆக ஒருவருடைய அறிவு எங்கே வெளிப்படும் என்றால், சுருக்கமாக யார் சொல்கிறானோ அவன் தான் அறிவாளி. படபடா என்று சொல்கின்றவனை அறிவாளியாக யாரும் எடுத்துக்கொள்ள முடியாது. நிறைய விஷயங்களை சொன்னார் என்பதெல்லாம் அறிவாளிகளுடைய தன்மை. சுருக்கமாக சொல்ல வேண்டும், அதே சமயத்தில் தெளிவாக சொல்ல வேண்டும் என்ற கோட்பாட்டுக்கு இணங்க இந்த நூலை சுருக்கமாக சொல்லியிருக்கிறார். மிக எளிதாக, மிக வேகமாக யாரும் படித்துவிட முடியும். இந்த பரபரப்பு இந்த காலகட்டத்தில் பெரிய புத்தகங்கள் எல்லாம் யாரும் படிப்பதற்கு தயாராக இல்லை. வாட்ஸ்அப்ல கூட 10 நிமிஷம்னா விட்டுறான், 5 நிமிஷம்னா பார்க்கறான், அதுக்கு மேலே தள்ளி விட்டுறான். அப்படிப்பட்ட ஒரு காலத்தில் நாம் வாழ்ந்து கொண்டிருக்கிறோம். 2 நிமிடம் என்பது குறைந்து கொண்டே போகிறது. ஆக மிக வேகமாக நீங்கள் இப்போது புத்தகத்தை எடுத்தால், காரிலே போவதா இருந்தால் வீட்டிற்குள் போவதற்கு முடித்து விடலாம் இந்த புத்தகத்தை. இந்த புத்தகத்தை படிக்கின்ற போது ஏற்பட்ட உணர்வுகள், முதலாவதாக இஸ்லாம் என்பது ஒரு மதம் அல்ல. இந்த 40 விஷயங்களை படிச்சீங்கன்னா உங்களுக்கு தோன்றுகின்ற விஷயம், இஸ்லாம் வழிபாடுகளின் தொகுப்பல்ல, சடங்குகளின் தொகுப்பல்ல. இஸ்லாம் என்பது ஒரு வாழ்வியல் கோட்பாடு. இட் இஸ் a way of life, it is complete system of life என்பது முதலாவதாக உங்களுக்கு தெரியும். இரண்டாவது, இஸ்லாம் இஸ் a balanced religion. இறைவனுக்கு செய்ய வேண்டிய கடமைகள், மனிதனுக்கு செய்ய வேண்டிய கடமைகள், இவற்றுக்கிடையே ஒரு சமநிலை. ஆன்மாவுக்கும் பாடி அண்ட் சோல் இவற்றுக்கிடையே ஒரு சமநிலை. தனி மனிதனுக்கு செய்ய வேண்டிய கடமைகள், சமூகத்திற்கு செய்ய வேண்டிய கடமைகள், இண்டிவிஜுவல் அண்ட் சொசைட்டி இவற்றுக்கிடையே ஒரு சமநிலை. இம்மைக்கும் மறுமைக்கும் இடையே ஒரு சமநிலை. எல்லாவற்றிலும் ஒரு சமநிலை பேணுகின்ற ஒரு மார்க்கம் என்பதை இதன் மூலமாக நீங்கள் தெரிந்து கொள்ள முடியும். அதற்கு உதாரணமாக ஒரு சம்பவத்தை சொல்லலாம். 3 சஹாபிகள் பெருமானாருடைய வழிபாட்டை தெரிந்து கொண்டு, இது போதாது, இதுக்கும் அதிகமாக நாங்கள் செய்ய வேண்டும், நாங்கள் காலமெல்லாம் நோன்பு இருக்க போகிறோம், இரவெல்லாம் என்று வணங்கப் போகிறோம், மனைவியை நெருங்குவதில்லை என்று முடிவு செய்ததை கேள்விப்பட்ட பெருமானார், இது என்னுடைய வழிமுறை அல்ல, இது என்னுடைய வழிமுறை அல்ல. நான் தூங்க வேண்டிய சமயத்தில் தூங்குவேன், தொழ வேண்டிய சமயத்தில் தொழுவேன், நோன்பு பிடிக்கவும் செய்வேன், நோன்பு பிடிக்காமலும் இருப்பேன், மனைவியோடு நான் சேர்ந்து வாழ்வேன். ஆகவே நீங்கள் சொல்வது இந்த முறை சரியல்ல, இது தவறு என்று பெருமானார் கண்டித்த ஒரு நிகழ்ச்சியையும் நான் பார்க்கிறோம். அதே போல ஒருவர் தன்னுடைய முழு சொத்தையும், சாத் பின் அபி வக்காஸ் முழு சொத்தையும் இஸ்லாத்திற்கு தானமாக தந்துவிடு என்று சொல்லுகின்ற போது முடியாது. பாதியை தாரேன் என்றால் அதுவும் வாங்க முடியாது. கடைசியாக 1/3 மூன்றில் ஒரு பகுதி தரு என்று சொல்லி பெருமானார் ஏற்றுக்கொண்டார். ஆக இது இஸ்லாம் ஒரு பிராக்டிக்கல் அண்ட் எ பேலன்ஸ் ரிலிஜன் என்பதற்கான ஒரு சான்று. இஸ்லாம் ஒரு சமூக நீதி மார்க்கம். இட் இஸ் எ ரிலிஜன் ஆஃப் சோசியல் ஜஸ்டிஸ். சமத்துவத்தை பற்றி இஸ்லாம் பேசுவதை பார்க்கிறோம். முகைரா அவர்கள் ருஸ்தமுடைய அவையை சொல்லிய கருத்தை இங்கே பதிவு செய்கிறார். வாட் இஸ் தி ஜிஸ்ட் ஆஃப் இஸ்லாம் கேட்கிறார். அந்த ரோம அந்த பாரசீகனுடைய தளபதி, வாட் இஸ் தி ஜிஸ்ட் ஆஃப் இஸ்லாம் சொல்லுகிறார். எல்லோரும் ஒரு தாய் தந்தையருக்கு பிறந்தவர்கள், ஆகவே அனைவரும் சமமானவர்கள். திஸ் இஸ் தி ஜிஸ்ட் ஆஃப் இஸ்லாம். திஸ் இஸ் தி ஜிஸ்ட் ஆஃப் இஸ்லாம். அதே போல சமூக நீதி கருத்திலே இந்த இன்ஃபன்டிசைட், ஃபீட்டிசைட் நடந்துகிட்டு இருக்கிறதா இவற்றை பற்றி இஸ்லாம் சொல்கின்ற கருத்து மறுமையிலே கேட்கப்படும். அதைத்தான் முதல் கட்டுரையாக வைத்திருக்கிறார். வியாயிதன் பின் குத்தில, மறுமையில் அந்த குழந்தை இடத்திலே கேட்கப்படும், என்ன காரணத்திற்காக நீ கொல்லப்பட்டாய். அது மாதிரி அடிமைத்தனம் ஒழிக்கப்பட்ட முறை, இவையெல்லாம் சோசியல் ஜஸ்டிஸ் கீழே வருகிறது. அடுத்தபடியாக சோசியல் ஹார்மனி. நீங்க நமது நாட்டிலே இருக்கக்கூடிய இன்றைக்கு உலகம் பூராவும் இந்த ஹேட்ரட், ஜீனோபோபியா என்று சொல்லக்கூடிய ஒரு கோட்பாடு உலகம் பூராவும் பரவி கொண்டு வருகிறது. இந்த சமயத்தில் மனிதர்கள் எப்படி நடந்து கொள்ள வேண்டும் என்பதற்கு இஸ்லாம் சொல்லுகின்ற கருத்துக்களை அந்த தலைப்பில் நீங்கள் பார்க்கலாம். ஒரு யூதருடைய உடல் எடுத்துச் செல்லப்படுகின்ற போது பெருமானார் எழுந்து நின்று மரியாதை செய்தார்கள். சஹாபாக்கள் கேட்டார்கள், அவர் யூதராயிற்றே என்று சொல்லிய போது நபிகள் நாயகம் சொன்னார்கள், அவன் மனிதனாயிற்றே, அவன் மனிதனாயிற்றே. அதே போல மார்க்கத்திலே எவ்வித கட்டாயமும் இல்லை என்ற ஒரு கருத்து இன்றைக்கு தேவைப்படுகின்ற கருத்து. இந்த ஒன் கண்ட்ரி ஒன் கல்ச்சர் என்று பேசிக் கொண்டிருக்கின்ற காலகட்டத்தில் பன்மை சமுதாயம் தான் அமைதிக்கு வழிவகுக்குமே தவிர ஒற்றை கலாச்சாரம் அழிவுக்குத்தான் வழிவகுக்கும். இஸ்லாம் அதில் மிக தெளிவாக இருப்பதை சொன்னார். அதில் குறிப்பிடத்தகுந்தது, உமர் கத்தாப் அவர்கள் ஜெருசலத்திற்கு சென்ற போது அங்குள்ள மக்களுக்கு கொடுத்த வாக்குறுதி, அங்குள்ள கிறிஸ்தவர்களுக்கு சொன்ன வாக்குறுதி. உங்களிலே ஜெருசலத்திற்கு போனவர்கள், பைத்துல் முகத்தஸ் போனவர்கள் பார்த்திருக்கலாம். அங்கே சர்ச் ஆஃப் நேட்டிவிட்டி இந்த பக்கம் இருக்கிறது. அங்கேதான் உமர் தொழ வேண்டும் என்று அந்த பாதிரிகள் சொல்லிய போது, நான் இங்கே தொழமாட்டேன், இங்கே தொழுதானைக்கு பிற்காலத்தில் அவர்கள் முஸ்லிம்கள் சொல்வார்கள், இது எங்களுடைய பள்ளிவாயில், எங்களுக்கு தந்து விடுங்கள் என்று சொல்வார்கள், ஆகவே நான் தொழமாட்டேன் என்று அந்த வெளியே வந்து தொழுதார். அதையும் பள்ளிவாசலாக கேட்க வைக்கிறார். உமர் மாஸ்க் என்று அழைக்கப்படுகிறது. ரெண்டு பக்கத்திலே அங்கே போர்டு வைத்திருக்காரு. என்னென்ன உரிமைகளை எல்லாம் அவர் கிறிஸ்தவர்களுக்கு வழங்கினார் என்பதை அங்கே ஒரு சாசனமாகவே அவங்க வைத்திருக்கிறார்கள். ஆகவே எல்லாம் சோசியல் ஹார்மனிக்கான விஷயங்களாக நான் பார்க்கிறேன். அடுத்தபடியாக இஸ்லாம் அபோஸ் வயலன்ஸ், அது வன்முறைக்கு இஸ்லாம் எதிரான ஒரு மார்க்கம் என்பதற்காக. ஆக முஸ்லிம் என்றால் யார், அதற்கு என்ன இலக்கணம்? தனது கரத்தாலும் தனது நாவாலும் பிறருக்கு தீங்கிழைக்காதிருப்பவனே முஸ்லிம். இதை விட என்ன வேணும்? இதை என்ன சொல்ல வேண்டும் இல்லையா? எவருடைய கரத்திலே ஒருவன் பாதுகாப்பு பெற்றிருக்கிறானோ, அவனுடைய சொத்துக்களும் உடைமைகளும் உயிரும் பாதுகாப்பு பெற்றிருக்கிறதோ அவன் தான் முஸ்லிம், இஸ்லாம் சொல்லுகிறது. ஆகவே இந்த இஸ்லாத்தின் பெயராக வன்முறை புரிபவர்கள், இஸ்லாத்திற்கு அவப்பெயரை தேடி தருபவர்கள் இது போன்ற கருத்துக்களை படித்திருந்தால் நன்றாக இருக்கும். அடுத்தபடியாக இஸ்லாம் நீதிக்கு தருகின்ற கருத்து, அதுக்கு ஒரு குர்ஆன் ஆயத்து 4:135 அல்லாஹ் சொல்கின்ற, யா அய்யுஹல்லதீன ஆமனூ கூனூ கவ்வாமீன பில் கிஸ்தி ஷுஹதா லில்லாஹ் வலவலா அன்ஃபுஸிக்கும் வல் வாலிதைனி வல் அக்ரபீன். நீங்கள் நீதி செலுத்துவதில் இறைவனுக்கு சான்றாக நீங்கள் திகழுங்கள். அந்த நீதி உங்களுக்கோ, உங்களுடைய பெற்றோர்களுக்கோ, உங்களுடைய உறவினர்களுக்கோ அது பாதகமாக இருந்தாலும் சரி, அவர்கள் ஏழைகளாக இருந்தாலும் சரி, அவர்கள் பணக்காரராக இருந்தாலும் சரி, ஏழைக்காக கூட பறிஞ்சு பேசாதீங்க. ஏழை தப்புன்னா தப்பு தான். பல பேர் ஏழைக்கு பறிஞ்சு பேசுவாங்க, அது தப்பு இல்லையா? தவறு யார் செய்தாலும் நீதிக்கு பறிஞ்சு பேசுங்க. இந்த ஆயத்து எங்கே வைக்கப்பட்ட ஒரு கருத்தை சொல்கிற, ஹார்வர்ட் யூனிவர்சிட்டியிலே பல்கலைக்கழகத்தினுடைய நூலகத்தின் வாசக முனையிலே இந்த வாசகம் பொறிக்கப்படும். எவ்வளவு பெரிய விஷயம் இல்லையா? ஆக நீதிக்காக சொல்லப்பட்டிருக்கின்ற ஒரு கருத்து. அடுத்தபடியாக மருத்துவர் என்ற முறையில் நான் அதையும் சொல்லி மருத்துவத்தை பற்றி சில கருத்துக்களை சொல்லியிருக்கிறார்கள். சாப்பாட்டுல கவனமா இல்லையா? எல்லாருக்கும் சொல்ல வேண்டிய கருத்து இல்லையா? எல்லாருக்கும் சொல்ல வேண்டிய கருத்து. வயிற்றை விட ஒரு கெட்ட பாத்திரம் உலகத்தில் கிடையாது. சொல்றது வயிற்றை விட மோசமான பாத்திரம் உலகத்தில் கிடையாது. 1/3 பகுதி நீராலும், 1/3 பகுதி திடப்பொருளாலும், 1/3 பகுதி காற்றாலும் நிரப்பிக்கொள். ஆக பசிச்சா சாப்பிடு, பசி முடிகிறதுக்கு முன்னாடி கையை கழுவி. டாக்டர்கிட்ட கூட்டம் குறைஞ்சிடும், ஆஸ்பத்திரியில் கூட்டம் குறைஞ்சிடும். எங்களுக்கு கொஞ்சம் வருமானம் குறையும் இல்லையா? இது நம்ம சமுதாயத்துக்கு சொல்லப்பட வேண்டிய கருத்து. இந்த கேலிக்குரிய பொருளாக இருக்கிறார் முஸ்லிம்கள். மருத்துவர் என்ற முறையிலே சொல்கிறேன். ஆஸ்பத்திரி பாய் வர்றாரா, பார்த்துக்க பிரியாணி வருது, எல்லா சுகரு பிபி எல்லாம் யாரிடத்துல அதிகமா இருக்க தெரியுமா? முஸ்லிம்கள் மத்தியில் தான் அதிகமா புரிந்து கொள்ள வேண்டும். நம்ம கூட்டம் முஸ்லிம்கள் கூட்டத்தில் சொல்லுகிறேன். ஆகவே இந்த உணவை பற்றி பெருமான் அவர்கள் சொல்லிய கருத்து. அடுத்தபடியாக தொற்று நோய், கண்டேஜியஸ் டிசீசஸ், இதை பற்றி மிக தெளிவான ஒரு கருத்து ஹதீஸை இதை பதிவு செய்திருக்கிறார்கள். முஸ்லிம்கள் மத்தியிலே கூட அந்த சர்ச்சை இருக்கிறது, தொற்று நோய் உண்டா இல்லையா என்பதை பற்றி. உமர் இப்னு கத்தாப் அவர்கள் ஷாம் தேசத்திற்கு சென்றிருந்த போது அங்கே பிளேக் நோய் பரவி கொண்டிருக்கிறது. உள்ள போகலாமா போகக்கூடாதா ஒரு சர்ச்சை. சஹாபாக்கள் என்ன நீங்க இப்படி பயந்தா இப்படி வாங்க உள்ள அப்படின்னு சொல்கிறார்கள். உமர் சொன்னார் நான் வர மாட்டேன். அப்படிப்பட்ட நிலையில் அப்துர் ரஹ்மான் இப்னு அவுஃப் என்ற சஹாபி கருத்தை சொன்னார். ரசூலுல்லாஹ் எப்படி சொல்லியிருக்கிறார்கள், தொற்று நோய் எங்கே இருக்கிறதோ அந்த ஊருக்குள் நீங்கள் போகாதீர்கள், தொற்று நோய் இருக்கின்ற ஊரில் இருந்து வெளியே வராது. இவையெல்லாம் இந்த காலத்திற்கு சொல்லப்பட வேண்டிய கருத்துக்களாக நான் இவற்றை பார்க்கிறேன். இப்படி பல விஷயங்கள் இந்த நூலிலே நீங்கள் பேர்ட்ஸ் ஐ வியூ ஆஃப் இஸ்லாம் என்று சொல்வார்களே, அதை பற்றி விரிவாக இங்கே சொல்லப்பட்டிருக்கிறது. ஆகவே ரசிப்பதற்காக அல்ல, இஸ்லாத்துல இதெல்லாம் இருக்கு. எங்க இஸ்லாம் பாத்தீங்களா, நம்ம முஸ்லிம்கள் எல்லோருக்கும் ஒரு பெரிய விஷயம் என்ன, பலவீனம். பெருமையாக பேசுவார், ரசூலுல்லாஹ்வை புகழ்ந்து பேசுவார், ரசூலுல்லாஹ்வை உச்சத்திலே வைப்பார்கள். ஆர் யூ பிராக்டிசிங் பிரின்சிபிள்? பேசுறதுக்காக இந்த உலகத்துக்கு வந்தாங்க ரசூலுல்லாஹ், என்ன எல்லாரும் புகழ்ந்து பேசுறதுக்காக. அதன்படி வாழுகிறீர்களா, அதான் இங்க முக்கியமான விஷயம். ஆகவே எங்க இஸ்லாத்துல அது இருக்கு இது இருக்கு என்று பேசுவதில் ஒன்றும் பெருமை ஒன்றும் கிடையாது. மக்கள் யாரும் கொள்கை
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Salatu wassalamu ala ashrafil anbiya'i wal mursalin. Nabiyyina Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Amma ba'd. Words of praise and recommendations that I have heard from the great scholars who participated in evaluating my humble effort. Musa Raza Sahab was my college mate, department in the same department, English language, and it was our assistant professor, Sitachari, was passed away. It was she who drew my attention, and she said there is a wonderful student of English who has joined this year. At the time I did not know him, so it was she who spoke very high of him, and later on I happened to know him. So being in the company of such a great man gives me great pleasure and great pride.
Be great pride to me in your company.
There is a line in the Quran, ayah, وَمَنْ أَحْسَنُ قَوْلًا مِّمَّنْ دَعَا إِلَى اللَّهِ وَعَمِلَ صَالِحًا وَقَالَ إِنَّنِي مِنَ الْمُسْلِمِينَ. وَمَنْ أَحْسَنُ قَوْلًا, who is the best in discourse? Who is the best in discourse? Or who is better than in discourse than one who invites people to Allah's way? وَمَنْ أَحْسَنُ قَوْلًا مِّمَّنْ دَعَا إِلَى اللَّهِ وَعَمِلَ صَالِحًا, and he practiced goodness. وَقَالَ إِنَّنِي مِنَ الْمُسْلِمِينَ, and he says, I am a Muslim. The ancient scholars have not mentioned anything important about this ayah. The last part of the ayah, وَقَالَ إِنَّنِي مِنَ الْمُسْلِمِينَ. Because in those days, saying you are a Muslim is not a very important thing. All the Muslims, the government was Islamic, the whole world was Islamic. The Roman and Persian empires had been completely defeated. The world was in those days like America in these days. World power. So saying I'm a Muslim, it doesn't have any importance in those days. Nowadays, of course, the scholars of tafsir in those days would not understand the importance of this part of the ayah. Now it has gained very great importance. وَقَالَ إِنَّنِي مِنَ الْمُسْلِمِينَ, and at a time when there is defeat is tendencies, the Muslim gets up and says, look, I'm a Muslim. وَقَالَ إِنَّنِي مِنَ الْمُسْلِمِينَ. So this line has to be, this part of the ayah has to be understood in this context. So that's what urged me to write this book, قَالَ إِنَّنِي مِنَ الْمُسْلِمِينَ. And alhamdulillah, I was able to put together some 40 beauties of Islam, which in a holistic approach to Islam do not get highlighted enough to bring out the importance. And I have selected those in the light of what we experience these days of the media representation of Islam and Islamic values. So probably this will not only infuse not only Muslims, youth, but also other people as that we have to learn that Islam is a balanced religion, as Professor Habib Sahib said. The Prophet ﷺ, and people went and told him, 3 people, said, the Prophet ﷺ is a great man, all his sins have been forgiven, so he doesn't need a lot of devotion. But we are ordinary people, so one of them said, I will not marry, the other said, I will stand up the whole night in prayer, the third said, and there is another part which I have mentioned, one of the Sahabas, the companions of the Prophet, said, I had a doubt. What is the doubt? He said, you mentioned that a man who has got the smallest amount of pride in his heart will not enter the paradise. So I'm afraid everyone beautiful dress, tastefully dressing himself is a start of pride. The Prophet said no. Pride is yes, the pride is looking down at the people and dressing Allah. Beautiful hadith, he says, yeah, Allah is, yes, Allah is neat and proper, and He likes neatness and property and beauty. So that's a very beautiful hadith and very important hadith, and tastefully dressing themselves. And another Sahabi went to the Prophet ﷺ, wearing dressed in a very old dress and tatters. He said, do you have wealth? Are you a rich man? He said, yes. What kind of richness do you have? What kind of property you have? He said, so many things. Then he said, when Allah has given you so much things, so much property and wealth, your body should show these things. Your dress should show these the favors of Allah on you should be visible in your dressing, in your body. So these are some of the things which I wanted to bring out. And alhamdulillah, as I have, the great scholars have seen that it is, have the opinion that it's proper and my treatment is good. Alhamdulillah. Another concept which is very not clear in the minds of the people, Muslims especially, is that service to man is service to God. Service to man is service to God. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala on the day of judgment will say, O son of man, I was ill and you did not visit me. And the man will say, Allah, you are the Lord of the universe, how can you be visited? how can you be sick and how can I visit you? The lawyer will say, on such and such days, such as one of my servants, such and such servant was sick, but he did not go there. You can't visit him. Had you gone there, you would have seen me there, you would have found me there. It's a great concept which the Prophet has brought out in this hadith. It goes on to say, I was thirsty, you did not give me a drink. I was hungry, you did not give me a food, you did not give me food. And the same reply Allah gives. So these are great concepts with regard to service to humanity, which we must reconsider and try to practice what we have to do in respect to our fellow beings. I thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for having given me the strength and the capacity to write this book. And I pray that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give me more strength and the future.
We all join in this prayer.
In a better way, inshallah.
One particular point which I also take the liberty to share before you, I know it's almost time, is the chapter number 8, which says, sit down in your father's house and wait for your gift to come to you. I think this honesty is the need of the hour. Misappropriation of funds and fraudulent methods adopted in the society today, dishonesty becoming the order of the day, and cheating your own self, cheating others, today has become the main concern. Very well rendered there, and you can go through the chapter number 8, which also speaks about honesty, which we say is the best policy, but rarely adhere to. May Allah give us the hidayah.
The public servant is not allowed in Islam to receive gifts.
To receive gifts and set aside the gifts for himself and try to justify. Very well rendered. Please go through it. Chapter number 8 of this particular book.
One chapter you can address the audience.
Yeah?
One chapter, no one has said it. You can say it.
No, I think
That
we're running out of time.
No, this is a very communistic policy. Before the sweat dries, pay the reward to the person.
Exactly. So all these are some of the values. I really tell you, we need to be proud. Not just by saying that I'm a Muslim, as Dr. Saab has said. It's only, we can feel proud only when we practice these teachings what Allah and the Messenger have provided to us. And that is the requirement today. Please go through this book. Go through the book between the lines. Don't give a cursory glance to the book. Sit with it like as though you have a very important assignment. Go through this book, concentrate and go through every line of this book. Read it between the lines, and at the end of every chapter, keep doing dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to help us implement this. I'm sure this little gathering over here will go a long way in changing and transforming the complete society of Chennai itself. Inshallah. These are the golden pearls which are found here. It is up to every one of us, not just come here this evening, shower praises on the author and walk away, for I'm sure the author will not be satisfied by just praising glory on him. I think his ultimate satisfaction and contentment will be only when we are going to implement what he has authored, and I'm sure this will become, Professor, I'm sure this book will become Sabke Jariya for you. Inshallah, each one of us really go through between the lines and go through them, practice them, and go dua. It will become Sabke Jariya for all. So we will, inshallah. And inshallah, if we forward this information to others, it will be Sabke Jariya for us. And this can happen only. Let's do the walking, not the talking. Let's walk the talk, inshallah. So with these few words we conclude, and last but not least, call upon the Joint Secretary of Islamic Foundation Trust, I, Muhammad Jalaluddin, to come and give the vote of thanks. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Alhamdulillah, இது அறிஞர்கள் நிறைந்த ஒரு அமர்வாக நிறைவாக முடிந்திருக்கின்றது.
இந்த நிகழ்வை சிறப்பாக அமைத்து கொடுத்த எல்லாம் அல்ல அல்லாஹ்விற்கு நான் முதலில் நன்றியை தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கின்றேன். இந்த நிகழ்வில் எங்களுக்கு அவர்களுடைய உடல் சோர்வையும் பார்க்காமல் இந்த நிகழ்வில் முழுமையாக கலந்து கொண்டு ஒவ்வொருவருக்கும் ஊக்கத்தை கொடுத்திருக்கக்கூடிய டாக்டர் அப்துல் சார் அவர்களுக்கு முதலில் ஐஓடி சார்பாக நன்றியை தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கின்றோம். இத்தகைய ஒரு ஆளுமை இருக்கக்கூடிய காலத்தில் நாங்களும் இருந்து அவர்களுடைய அறிவுரைகளை பெற்றோம் என்பதிலே நாங்கள் மகிழ்ச்சி அடைகின்றோம். அல்லாஹ் அவருக்கு இன்னும் நீடிய வாழ்வையும் இன்னும் இந்த சமூகத்திற்கு இனி வரக்கூடிய தலைமுறைகளுக்கு தேவையான நிறைவான அறிவுரைகளை வழங்குவதற்குரிய ஆற்றலையும் உடல் ஆரோக்கியத்தையும் கொடுக்க வேண்டும் என்று இறைவனிடத்தில் பிரார்த்திக்கின்றேன். அடுத்ததாக இந்த நிகழ்வில் மிகுந்த வேலைப்பளுக்கு மத்தியில் எங்களுக்கு நேரம் கொடுத்து எங்களுக்கு நல்ல ஒரு உற்சாகத்தையும் கொடுத்த எஸ்ஐடி கல்லூரியினுடைய தலைவர் பத்மபூஷன் விருது பெற்ற மரியாதைக்குரிய மூசா ராஜா அவர்களுக்கு ஐஎஃப்டி சார்பாக நன்றியை தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கின்றேன். முகமது சதக் அறக்கட்டளையினுடைய டைரக்டராக இருக்கக்கூடிய ஜனாப் முகமது சதக் அவர்கள் வந்திருந்தார்கள். அவர்களுக்கும் நான் ஐஎஃப்டியின் சார்பாக நன்றியை தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கின்றேன். இந்த நிகழ்வில் ஐ எம் ப்ரவுட் டு பி அ முஸ்லிம் என்ற புத்தகத்தை அழகாக ஆய்வு செய்த டாக்டர் டி.க. ராமன் அவர்களுக்கும் நான் ஐஎஃப்டியின் சார்பாக நன்றியை தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கின்றேன். இன்னும் இந்த புத்தகத்தை உருதுவில் ஆய்வு செய்த சகோதரி ராபியா பஸ்ரி அவர்களுக்கும் நான் நன்றியை தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கின்றேன். இந்த புத்தகத்தை தமிழில் மிக சுருக்கமாக எல்லோரும் படிக்க வேண்டும் என்ற ஒரு ஆர்வத்தை தூண்டிய வகையில் உரையாற்றிய எங்களது வைஸ் சேர்மன் டாக்டர் கே.வி.எஸ். ஹபீப் முகமது அவர்களுக்கும் நான் நன்றியை தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கின்றேன். குறிப்பாக இந்த நிகழ்வில் சொல்ல வேண்டிய நபர்கள் நிறைய அவையில் அமர்ந்திருக்கின்றார்கள். ஒவ்வொருவருமே மிகுந்த இந்த சமூகத்திலே பெரிய ஆளுமைகளாக இருக்கின்றார்கள். பெரிய ஆளுமைகளாக இங்கு இருக்கின்றார்கள். அந்த ஒவ்வொரு ஆளுமைகளுக்கும் நாங்கள் இஸ்லாமிய நிறுவனம் ஐஎஃப்டியின் சார்பாக நன்றியை தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கின்றேன். இந்த நிகழ்வை துவக்கி வைத்த சகோதரர் சுகைப் அவர்களுக்கு நன்றியை தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கின்றேன். எல்லாவற்றிற்கும் மேலாக எங்களுடைய இந்த நிகழ்வை அழகாக வடிவமைத்து கொடுத்த எங்களது பொதுச் செயலாளர் ஜனாப் அப்துல் சாஹிப் அவர்களுக்கும் இன்னும் இந்த நிகழ்வை சிறப்பாக வழிநடத்திய எங்களது பொருளாளர் ஜனாப் இம்ரான் லத்தீப் சேட் அவர்களுக்கும் நன்றியை தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கின்றேன். இது போன்ற அரங்குகள், இது போன்ற அறிஞர்கள் நிறைந்த அமர்வுகளில் இன்னும் அதிகமாக பங்கேற்கக்கூடிய வாய்ப்பையும் இறைவன் நம்ம எல்லோருக்கும் தந்தரல வேண்டும். இந்த அறிவுரைகளை வெறும் செவியோடு மட்டும் நிறுத்திவிடாமல் நம்முடைய வாழ்க்கையிலும் நடைமுறைப்படுத்தக்கூடிய தௌஃபீக்கையும் அல்லாஹ் தந்தரல வேண்டும் என்று கேட்டுக்கொண்ட நிறைவு செய்கின்றேன். அல்ஹம்துலில்லாஹி ரப்பில் ஆலமீன். அஸ்ஸலாமு அலைக்கும் வரஹ்மத்துல்லாஹி தஆலா வபரகாத்துஹு.
This book can be taken home. The book is ready for sale. You can collect it from outside. You can pay that. Whatever the amount is, I think, already. Inshallah, we'll